should be remanded in prison custody for a longer period of time without charging the accused persons to the High Court. So I want to know the effort he has made since he assumed the office. So that is my humble question.
All right, thank you very much, Chinedu Nkuma from Abakaliki. The Honorable Commissioner will attend to you right now.
Yes, Mr. Chinedu, thank you for this opportunity. Well, you know, this is a very, very delicate and complex issue, but my simple answer to you and to the audience is that since we assumed office under this administration, vetting of case files has taken a priority. And so cases that were there before now have been vetted and charged to court where appropriately. Some who have not committed prima facie cases are usually discharged. And that is the process of this nolle prosequi that the Public Complaints Commissioner mentioned by the powers conferred on that office. But today, in the Ministry of Justice, cases that were filed by the police in the magistrate courts in 2016 are no longer there because we have vetted all the case files. And those to be discharged are discharged, those awaiting trial are, those to be tried, informations are already in court. We're already in 2017. And so it is not a place where I'll tell you to come and have an experience because it is only made for crimes. Otherwise, if you fall victim, I tell you that you will not spend more than a month and information will be determined one way or the other, and you go home. So if you have a brother whose case has not received attention, please let us know. The Chief Judge of the State in the recent jail delivery that he embarked upon has also done so much. The governor, on his own, had called a meeting of all security agencies and myself, and we have made the compilation of all the cases in the police, in the prisons, and the status of those cases. So it is not only my own effort. The governor is interested, every other person is interested. And we're all interested in securing quick dispensation of justice. So for us, it is part of that that we have this justice reform team that is in place. So Nkuma, be rest assured that people will not be dumped in our prisons any longer without trial. But please, one of the reasons why most of these cases don't progress is that the lawyers that most of the people brief do not come to court to do their matters. And so we find it difficult, and it is a capital offense. You cannot try the person without a lawyer. Some who do not have lawyers usually apply for indigency, under indigency, to be assisted, and they are usually assisted. So it is a collective effort of all of us. Just like the producer said, justice is three-pronged: for the victim, for the state, and for the person who is being accused. So we all have to collaborate to make it work fast and faster for all of us. Thank you, Nkuma.
Okay, when you were addressing Nkuma's question, you said if he has a brother who is languishing or a case that hasn't been attended to,
yes,
he should let us know.
Let us know.
How would he let us know?
He has, of course, the person was brought to court under a charge.
Okay.
Come with a copy of the charge and say this case has not received either progress or discharge. Okay. And we'll tell you the position. Because most of the cases where information have been filed, the courts are now on vacation. It cannot be taken. And so you may think that nothing has been done, but actually something has been done. And the judges are working very hard in Ebonyi State. I have to praise them. They sit up day and night to make sure that they attend to these cases. The governor has agreed that when the courts resume, we are going to have emergency declared, whereby people will be engaged to assist in the prosecution and defense of these cases, so that those who are free should go home, and those who are found guilty can now be paying price for their sins. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Hello. Hello. Good morning. We are trying so hard to hear you. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm from one day. My name is Friday.
Friday, please, can you speak up so that our honorable commissioners in the house can hear?
My contribution goes to Attorney General, Honorable Nwakwegu.
Okay, go ahead.
This is my commissioner, sir.
Thank you, Friday. Good morning.
Thank you, sir. Good morning.
Yeah.
Chinedu Puma has said it all.
Yes.
And I have heard what he said.
Okay.
That my commissioner, please, we also put this into you as your office. Look into the matter of those who are their cases are so much prolonged without even attending case in court. And the two, you can call all the lawyers for a seminar how to attend the people's case so that their case will not be prolonged before they are attended. Because some are so detained, no trial, nothing, no listening. And some other people, as in our society today, they said, if anyone that they committed murder or sin or whatever, and immediately is in court, then after some months, then his case will be transferred to court, clicked for a case hearing. But then, some others are so detained in the prison without even attending the case. Please, look into this matter very well. Thank you so much, sir.
I'm sure I will look into it. Thank you very much.
Okay. That's the Honorable Commissioner giving his assurance. He'll look into it. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Please step away from your TV set.
My name is Odoh You are very stupid. Are you crazy?
Okay, Chigepu, I don't know if you're aware that federal government is seriously against hate speeches these days. I'm sure this is part of them. Okay, we are trying so hard to settle out of court. If not, we might have taken you to court.
It's more time.
Hello. Hello. Good morning. Can you speak up so we hear you? Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Please speak up. Let's hear you.
Can you speak up? Morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
Morning, dear.
Good morning.
My name is Ike.
All right, Chinelo, that's what you said, right? Okay, we lost that, and it seems our network providers again have decided to gang up against us, but we must settle this issue out of court. Honorable Commissioner, when you were answering Chinedu's question, you said something about a case being prima facie or not having...
Yeah, well, what we mean by prima facie is that you say somebody has stolen, but the facts showing that the person has stolen does not show that he stole actually. So there is no prima facie case.
Okay.
So prima facie is that on the face of it, there is something that that person deserves to answer and explain.
Okay.
But if, for instance, they said you committed a particular crime, and at the scene of this crime, you were saying that you were in Enugu on that day, and it is proved that you were in Enugu outside the venue or scene of crime, naturally, there is no prima facie case made against you.
Okay.
So prima facie says, is a Latin word, that on the face of it, there is something to explain. There is a case to answer. So that is that.
I will make a little impetus on what he just said, because last year, visit I made to Afibo prison, there is an inmate which by the grace of God was discharged by the Chief Justice the last time I visited under jail delivery. Somebody was charged with murder, but there is no death, evidence of a death.
But he killed something, according to the accusation.
For murder, but there is no death. So such scenarios, and among the awaiting trials, which I kept pleading, and the Attorney General is doing well on it, so that the Department of Public Prosecution will step up. There are a lot of cases of sine die in prison. The referral from magistrate court to the High Court because they don't have their jurisdiction.
Which one is that one again?
Well, a case that gets to the magistrate court that it has no jurisdiction,
Okay.
it sends it to the High Court, and the state prosecutor will need to file to review the charge, refile, also get the full investigation from the police. Most time when you interact with inmates, they will tell you that there are delays from the police or from the state DPP. And when you meet the DPP, they'll tell you that they are waiting for the police to submit their investigation file. So we, being the public complaint mediators, were the middle, dragging in the police and also pulling the DPP to help those inmates get their freedom for those that are innocent. Then the accused will face the music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for contributing to that. It's settled with Laughter on Salt Television, and gradually we are getting to the permanent site. Apologies, our phone lines again today decided to. We could just leave the name, okay? But that's why we have our Facebook, www.facebook.com/settlewithlaughter. We are on YouTube, okay? You can go and watch this episode or any other episode you missed or you still want to watch again. But you can go to Twitter. It's www.twitter.com/settlewithlaughter, but the laughter is LAFTA. On YouTube and Facebook is laughter, the normal laughter, LAUGHTER, but on Twitter is LAFTA. Okay, just your questions that were not answered or you couldn't ask them, send them to 0803-509-7383. Okay, just text messages only. In the course of this program, not today, in the course of bringing you Settle with Laughter, we'll take out time like we did last week and answer all your asked questions, okay? So just before we go, I'm going to ask the Honorable Federal Commissioner, Public Complaints Commission, what are the processes? This one is, I'm timing you right now, Honorable Timekeeper. That's my new position right now. 1 minute. What are the processes of filing a complaint with the Commission?
Well, the processes are simple. All we need from you is a copy of your complaint. And that's the only investment you will make till your complaints are resolved. Write a complaint on a sheet, your name, your address.
Right. Does it have to be typed?
If you can type, fine. If it's handwritten, fine. We accept all.
Okay.
And you bring it to our office, number 4A off Ugoja Street, just behind the UBA Bank.
Okay.
That's where the state office is. And the other area offices are in the local governments of Afikpo North, Huku, Izambo, Ikwo, Ohozer, and Ivo. So you work in the staffs, well-trained mediators are there to assist you and handle your matter.
Okay, behind the UBA Bank, that should be the one if you want to go to, like you want to go to Gariki.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Everyone knows Gariki
The
now.
3-story brown-colored building.
Okay.
It's where the office is.
All right. Thank you very much for coming on the program, sir.
Thank you very much.
Honorable Commissioner for Justice, Attorney General, Chairman, Justice Reform Team, and other titles I do not want to add now. Why is it important that we settle out of court?
Well, like I said, the most important thing that we gain from alternative dispute resolution or through the multi-door court system is that it promotes peace, better peace. It is cheaper and it promotes more understanding because you negotiate under a very conducive atmosphere. You don't have to be worried about how much you pay a lawyer, or if you can come with a lawyer, but otherwise You can do it your own.
Okay, you've used 30 seconds of your 1 minute.
Yes.
The next 30 seconds, please tell us, how do we assess the Citizens Mediation Center?
Yeah, it is a gradual process. For now, if you have any matter, come to Ministry of Justice. Like these reforms are gradual and it's going to blow up very soon. Thank you.
The reforms, don't hear them today on this program. So we are going to have to meet our producer, that is Bernard Odoh, Dr. Barrister. Add it to all of them, whichever order is all fine, okay? If you want to add the Esquire, all of them join. We're going to meet him to facilitate having the reform team, the Ebonyi State Justice Reform Team, come on this program. Do not forget, we are bringing you a repeat broadcast of this episode on Tuesday night at 10:30 p.m. right here on Salt Television. But if you can't wait, just visit our YouTube channel. It's there for you. Or you go to Facebook. I'm sure we'll have a clip for you right there. You can at least see. Or just drop your comments, questions, contributions, anything. Apologies if we didn't take your calls today. Okay? And this is me, Amaka Chukwu, signing out. Remember, I signed in for Chika Igwe. So let me sign out now on myself and on behalf of him. We'll see you next week. Whatever happens, stay out of the court.
Thank you.